Okay, so let's proceed sa ating topic 3. This is a continuation also of the Unit 6. So this is about the memorandum naman. So kanina, we were discussing about the cover letter and the resume. Ngayon naman, communication within company. So, the memorandum. Yan ay laging ginagamit, especially if you're working in an office. Lahat ng offices may memorandum. Okay, so at the end of this topic, you're expected to distinguish the parts of a memorandum, contrast the types of memorandum, and write a memorandum from a given situation. Okay, so dumating sa definition, it is known as a memo. So memo, ibig sabihin, announcement siya coming from the office. For example, announcement siya na may seminar, announcement siya na there will be a meeting, announcement siya. Basta makikita niyo mamaya yung mga examples kung bakit nga ba nagkakaroon ng memorandum. Pero, in a general reason why a memorandum is needed, it is needed to inform the whole employees about what are the events that will be happening, mga ganon. Okay. So, it is a short message or record used for internal communication in a business or or in an institution, especially sa CSU. We receive everyday memos or every week we receive new memos from the office sa taas. So once a primary form of internal written communication, memorandums have declined in use since introduction of email and other forms of electronic messaging. However, being able to write clear memos certainly can serve you well in writing internal business emails as they often serve the same purpose. Nag-decline siya kasi meron na tayong mga emails pero madalas pa rin ginagamit. Especially pag sa school ka nag-work, talagang lagi kang makaka-receive ng memo from the CEO, from the president, from the university president, and so on and so forth. Ginagamit talaga namin ng memorandum. Next. Memos can be used to quickly communicate with a wide audience, something brief but important. Kasi kung i-email mo pa, email mo sa office ng CAS, email mo sa office ng CICS, email mo. Ang dami mong pag-emailan. Kung gagawa ka ng memo, isang printan na lang, and then ipiprint out, mag-distribute ka lang, so ipopost lang sa bulletin board for the wide audience na yon to see. So, I think, kung sa school ka talaga nag-work, kung sa office naman, mabilis lang kasi pwede mo nang isend sa email talaga. Pero kung sa school na malaki, tulad ng Cagayan State University, a memo is really needed to inform a wide audience. Okay? So, memorandum can move horizontally and vertically in a company. Hence, they are considered vital means of information dissemination, which is very sure to be received by everyone in the company. Aside from this, they can be also considered written records or documents of the company. So, makikita nyo yan kapag tulad sa amin, one example of a memo, hindi ko kasi pwedeng i-flash, pero meron kaming mga ganyan. So, meron siyang mga numbers, and then makikita mo na memo from the office of the university president, mga ganun. And then, it has numbers and so on and so forth. Next, so a memorandum is usually sent by a person occupying a high position to the subordinates. However, there are instances when a memorandum is sent to individuals having the same rank with you in case of Memo 4 or Memo 2 should be used. Next, we have types of memorandum. Memorandum that request. So request means you're asking for a favor. Okay, so let's have this one. So sabi dito, do not demand nor dictate. Start immediately with the request and the reason for it. So I have an example here. This one is a memo, letter requesting marketing officer to provide information about the expert of jam and jelly. So this is a company of jam. So nandito yung pangalan ng company nila, and then minsan ang nilalagay dito sa amin memorandum. Tulad nito, memorandum ang nilalagay. Pero dito, inter-office memo. Same lang naman. And then, the date, to, kanino siya address. For sa amin, to the all campus coordinators and all faculty members. Dito naman to the marketing officer, and from sino nagsulat? So from sa amin, Ma'am Ordua Tejada, our university president. And then reference. And then the subject. So sabi dyan, export of jam and jelly. So tingnan natin kung memorandum of request pa talaga to. Sabi dito, recently, I have visited the manufacturing plants at Sunargaon, and discussed with the production managers the possibility of increasing the production so that we can export these items to Western countries. They see no difficulty in doing so, but before they take any defined initiatives in this direction, they would like to have an estimate on the demand of our products in these countries. So I request you to contact our agents quickly and let me know the estimates by the end of September. Yun na yun. And then, nilagay minsan ng thank you. Tulad dito, please prepare updates, and then thank you. And then, yung iba nagsasign. May, may sign siya. Okay. So, sabi dito, do not dictate or demand. So, start immediately with the request and the reason behind it, which is napakita naman dun sa sample memo. Next, we have number 2, memorandum that responds. So, ito yung document that is used pag naka-receive ka ng request, so magre-respond ka. So, yung kanina, nagre-request ng nagre-request siya ng estimate demand. So, nire-request niya na i-contact lahat ng agents para malaman yung estimates by the end of September. So, kung ikaw yung naka-receive, kung ikaw si Mr. Hassan Mahmoud, so magre-respond ka. Okay? Doon naman mangyayari yung memorandum that responds. So, sabi dito, to facilitate this, use boldface headings to emphasize or clarify groupings. Close politely by making an assurance that you are willing to be of service again. So, you start with a summary of the previous document, followed by ano ba yung request, and then ano ba yung response mo. Meron example dito, parang inform siya, pero at the same time, this is a letter of response, a memorandum of response. So, sabi dito, it is about purchase of office shares. So, for example, siguro nag-request na siya ng memorandum for maghanap ng mga suppliers. Sabi dito sa letter niya, as desired, the order for the supply of 500 office chairs has been placed with Nevada Furniture Mart, 16-1204. The chairs will be supplied in 2 lots of 250 each on 26 and 30 August 2014. So this is one example of a memorandum that responds. Next, we have a memorandum that informs. This is used to state, explain, or clarify a policy, issue, and others. As such, it should be concise and clear. So to start with, summarize the main idea and explain the reason behind if it is necessary. And then close by mentioning the benefits. So dito, for example, this one is a memorandum that informs. So this one is from our Vice President for Academic Affairs. So he said, yung for niya ay to all campus executive officers, CEO, and attention to all faculty members and federation presidents. And then yung subject, submission of NBC, yan. And then ini-inform na, sabi ito, please advise all faculty members in your campus to submit their NBC Cycle 7A documents up to September 8 at the Office of the President for Academic Affairs for the validation of said documents by technical working group. So para sa promotion, all faculty members concerned filed an individual letter of reconsideration, blah, blah, blah. So that is an example of memorandum that informs. It should be concise and it should be clear. Next, how to write an effective memo. So an effective memo, sabi dito, short, concise, highly organized, and never late. It should anticipate and answer all questions that a reader might have. It never provides unnecessary or confusing information. So, sabi dito, tulad sa amin, nakakatanggap kami ng memo. Tulad dito, sinabi niya na kailangan na magpasa on September 8. Na-receive yung memo ng September 4. So, never late. Hindi siya yung the day talaga na kailangan na ipasa. So, as much as possible, 3 days before the deadline or 1 week before the event na kailangan mo attendan, kailangan ng may memo na lalabas. Tulad dito, August 24 pa yung Zoom meeting namin. August 24 pinalabas yung memo, pero ang Zoom namin, September 4. Just imagine the span of time na in-inform kami. So, yeah, never late. Okay, so be clear, be focused, and be brief, yet complete. Next, the format, start with the basics. To whom the article is addressed, the date, and the subject line. So, balik tayo dito, we have the date, to, from, and references, and the subject. Yan, very important. Very simple lang naman ang memo. And it depends on the company you're working with. Tulad sa amin, kailangan ng headers. Yung iba naman, yung ibang memos namin, hindi na kinakailangan ng headers. As in, diretsong memorandum, ganun lang. And then, may mga date, to, from, and the subject. Next, writing the heading of the memo. Type memorandum. Tulad sa amin, memorandum, and we have a certain number. So, merong mga number yung mga memo. Kasi 4 records yan. So, tulad nito kanina, ayan, memorandum, OP, blah, blah, blah. So, makikita nyo yan. So, state that this document is the memorandum at the outset. Label the page memorandum. So, yung dapat, yung mga margins niya, yan. And so on and so forth. Next, I will send you a copy siguro of the memo, a sample. I cannot, kasi it has signatures from the office kasi yan. I will send you samples na lang on the memos, yung talagang format na pwede niyong gayahin. And then address the recipient appropriately. So a memo is a formal business communication and you should address the reader formally as well. Use a full name and title of the person to whom you're sending the memo. So if you're sending the memo into the entire staff, you might write to all employees or something sa amin to all faculty members and so on and so forth. Next, add additional recipients in the CC line. So CC means courtesy copy. So courtesy copy, this is not a person to whom the memo is directed. Rather, this is someone you may need to stay informed about policies or issues that you're addressing in the memo. Next, ready? Tulad sa amin, may CC ang mga secretary kahit hindi naman sila faculty members, meron pa rin silang courtesy copy of the memo. That is to inform us, to remind us that there is a meeting. Ganon. Next, number 4, write your name in the from line. So, tulad sa amin, kanino ba galing yung letter? So, ilalagay mo, kung galing sa university president, nakalagay yung name mo dun. From the office of the president or do what they had, and so on and so forth. Next, include the date, write the complete date, spell out the month, and including the date and year. For example, date January 31, 2019 or 31 January 2019. Next, number 6, choose a specific phrase for the subject line. The subject line gives the reader an idea of what the memo is about. So be specific but concise. So sabi kanina, export of jam and jelly. Dito naman, purchase of office chairs. Yung isa naman pinakita ko kanina, Zoom meeting on the status of ongoing research projects and so on and so forth. So malalaman mo na kaagad kung kasali ba, kung nakalagay ng all faculty members, kung kasali ba din kami dun sa meeting na yon. So on and so forth. Next, number 7, format the heading properly. So the heading should be at the top page or line from to the left hand on the side page. Capitalize the words to, from, date, and the subject. Ayan. A sample heading would look like to, name of the job title, the recipient, from, your name and job title, date, ano yung date nung sinulat mo yan, anong date nung ilalabas mo na yung memorandum na yan, and subject. And then, your body line. It doesn't mean naman na kailangan sobrang haba. Kung ano lang yung kailangan, kung ano lang yung kailangan mong inform, ano lang yung mga kailangan na details, yun lang talaga ang ilalagay mo. For example, dito, sobrang iksi lang, basahin ko. You are hereby advised to attend a Zoom meeting with the university research officials and the undersigned on September 4, 2020, Friday, 10 a.m. Yan, mga importante yung mga time, date, kung kailan, kung meeting yan. to discuss physical and financial updates on your ongoing research studies. The meeting link and code will be forwarded once available. Please prepare updates on your respective research studies. Thank you. Yun. Yun na yun. Exe lang. So, nandun lang yung, that is one example of a memo to inform. Writing the body, so consider who the audience should be. So in order to get people to read and respond to the memo, it's important to tailor the tone, length, and level of formality. So wag sobrang haba, wag naman sobrang iksi. Next, skip a formal salutation. So hindi na kailangan yung parang tulad ng resume kanina na may dear pa. Instead, dive right into your opening segment that introduces the matter you're discussing in the memo. Next, introduce the problem or issue in the first paragraph right away. So for example, this one, we are informed right away that there will be a Zoom meeting. Malalaman na namin kaagad. Next, number 4, mali yung number, give context for the issue at hand. Your reader may need some background information about the issue you're addressing. So give some context, but be brief on only state what is necessary. For example, balik tayo dito. Sabi dito, they will be discussing physical and financial updates on the ongoing research studies. So dun pa lang, there is some background na of what the Zoom meeting will be. Parang ganun. Next, number 6, support your course of action in the discussion segment. So give a short summary of the actions that will be implemented and give evidence and logical reasons for the solution you propose. Next, suggest the actions that the reader should take. So a memo is a call for action on a particular issue, whether it is an announcement about a new company product, new policies regarding expense report. Restate the action that the reader should take in the closing paragraph or sentence. So sabi dito, please, meron siyang palas na sinabi, please prepare updates on your respective research studies. So, ni-restate niya kung ano ba yung action na kailangan nung nagbabasa nung memorandum. Next, number 8, close the memo with a positive and warm summary. So, the memo's final paragraph should restate the next steps to address the issue at hand. It should include a warm note that reiterates the solidarity of the organization. As simple as saying thank you and God bless will do. Yun lang. So, ganun lang kadali ang memo since hindi talaga siya yung sobrang ka-in-depth tulad ng resume and cover letter. A memo is clearly used for the office. It is used to inform, to respond, and to request. Yun lang. So, parang personal letter mo lang din and a letter that is really needed to inform a wider audience. So, yun. Yun lang. Yun lang yung about sa memorandum. So, again, gagawa din kayo nito. So, this will be, remember, we have a academic project, I think. Yun yung tawag. Nakalimutan ko na. Nabaha na talaga. That is 20% of your grade. So, be prepared lang of the cover letter, the resume, and this one, memorandum. So, this will be part of your final requirement. So, sana may naiintindihan kayo and I will send a sample memorandum naman for you to be guided. Kasi ito, I cannot flash the screen since may mga signatures kasi. Yun lang. So, see you again. I see you later pala sa topic 4, okay? So, yeah. Bye! Bye for now. God bless.